I'm pretty late to the whole Tales of series by Bandai Namco, having only played those 5 that are currently available on Steam, although one of them we have a problem with, and I'll get onto that in a moment. Tales of Symphonia I thought was very cute and adorable. Story's not amazing, but it was fun enough to keep me going for a little while. Then I got onto the world map and didn't really like how it felt. I bounced off that one. Tales of Vesperia seemed quite fun. I enjoyed a lot of it. Repeat, having voiced English skits, so I didn't have to constantly be focused and not turn away for 1 second in case I missed vital plot. The Yakuza games are very difficult for me sometimes. I have to be like, nope, laser focus, or I miss stuff. But unfortunately with Vesperia, it's very possible to miss a lot of the side stuff, and some of that leading to some great gear for late game. You can literally miss one conversation in one place that isn't signposted at all, and that's it, you're locked out of a whole channel, and I didn't like that. I wasn't going to go and start a new game over, making sure I ticked all the boxes or whatever. I just could not be bothered. So I bounced off that too. Zestiria is the one I have a problem with. I still, as of recording and this going live, cannot get it to work on my computer. Don't put any suggestions in the comments. I know them all. I've looked into it in detail. I've tried absolutely everything. There is one thing I've left to try, and if I succeed there will be a pinned comment, but otherwise don't tell me. I just cannot get it to work. And Arise, I just didn't like it. I didn't feel that the story was compelling compared to some of the other entries or even other games I've played. I didn't like how they've moved the skits from 2D to 3D. It actually now makes it feel like a B to C tier game. It feels cheap, and I just, like I say, bounced off it again. But Berseria, the prequel to the one that I cannot get to work, I don't know, something clicked. From the beginning with Velvet and Laphicet, I guess I should call this one Laffy to avoid confusion, right through the whole thing with Arthur and Celica, and the creation of Ceres, creation of Innominat, all of that kind of stuff. It just kept me hooked. And even some of the side stuff, I was like, yeah, I enjoy this. I didn't play all the minigames. I love the Hanafuda bits. I love that kind of thing. But I got what I wanted out of it. I didn't hunt down every little thing. I didn't grind areas for, gear and stuff like that, or materials. I did the level 4 zones, because they were just a fun little side thing with a few little bonus things. And I pretty much watched, I think, all the skits, because they were fun. But what really brought me to this game, or what really kept me going with this game, wasn't what the game is designed for. The actual theme of the game, according to those behind it, is self-actualization, following your own creed, as the game itself says. So we have these characters who have their own viewpoint on what the world should be, and they will follow that, following their own goals, following their own modes of thinking to get what they want out of life. And whatever that end goal is, that is their purpose. And I love that idea. I do love that idea, and I love that that is the theme of the game. But there's a couple of other things that I've picked up on. Now, in the past, I've talked about my views on religion, and just as a brief summary, so you don't have to go and hunt out a video that's terrible by comparison, I have dabbled in a lot of religions. I've at least read up on most, if not actually been involved in them. I can say hand on heart that none of them really work for me. Some of them I've taken ideas of, as that's a good idea, but I don't believe in the whole rest of it. But I'm an agnostic with, I guess, slightly kind of spiritual leanings, if that makes any sense. Now, I'm not saying that if you follow a particular religion you're bad or you're stupid or whatever. I know that religion can be a tool for people, and it can help them get through things and live their life in a way that they feel is fulfilling, and it works for them. Again, live to your own creed. But it just doesn't work for me. And the issue I have with most organised religions, like the big ones, is that your average worshipper, whatever they may be, is kept in line with fear, with the idea that if you don't do X, Y, or Z, you will be excommunicated, you will be hunted down, you may even be killed in certain ones. And I don't agree with that at all. But the flip side of that is the leaders of these religions are living opulently. They are giving in to the things that they're telling everyone else not to. In a lot of cases, not in all, granted. There are good people at all tiers of organised religions, and there are bad people at all tiers of organised religions. But as a general average, I mean, most religions that are existing today started out as control of the masses. If you look into the history, you'll see there's enough evidence to say that that's very likely, if not actually, full out and out true. So this is why I don't like a lot of organised religions. But this game shows that side. Now, Artorias does think that what he's doing is right. He believes that if the world is reset to a point or changed to a point that emotion, all of the things that come with that, are eradicated, there'll be no suffering, there'll be no fear, there'll be no pain. If you're literally just doing the best you can and no passion, no hatred, no competitiveness, just everyone doing the job, being productive, procreating, and then that's it. And yes, he's kind of right. It would be utopian. There would be no badness because everyone's just doing what they should. But that's not what humanity is about. But not everyone in the religion is coming to it from that angle. We have a lot of people who are fulfilling their own goals. Melchior being a very prime example of this. He's just out to fulfill his own goals. It just so happens that he can use this to do that. But our cast of characters are varied. And the people that we're rooting for are supposedly the bad guys. They're demons, they're miscreants, they're deviants. They are the ones who have been ostracised from the church. But the church is wrong, because these characters we're following are living the best lives to their own creed, not because someone else told them to. This is one of the big arguments that is levelled against atheists. If you don't have God or whatever telling you how to be moral, how can you be moral? And the answer to that is because it's common sense. If doing something makes you feel bad, it's probably not a good thing. And yes, there are people who have various issues where they don't perceive morality the same as everyone else. That's not something I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about people who have the same, I guess, psychological breakdown, that's of society's rules. And like I say, this instinctual thing that killing other people is bad. Taking things from other people is bad. You don't need religion to tell you this. And like I say, our cast of characters is living that. They have done bad things in their past, most of them, if not all. They have made mistakes. They have erred, because to err is human. Or demon, as the case may be. And so, that's why I love this game. This is a game that is about the fact that being human is about being flawed. It is about following your passions. It is about making mistakes. It's not about removing all emotion so that we can function in cold logic only. Only reason surviving is not what it means to be human. And I don't know if it resonated more because of my whole situation with BPD. The fact that that is an emotional dysregulation disorder, a mood disorder, I think says a lot. The fact that I've had to learn how to go, yes, it's fine to be angry, but it's not fine to throw stuff across a room. It's fine to be happy, but it's not fine to run around jubilantly waving your arms. You can experience all emotions and be rounded and live a fulfilling life and follow your own creed at the same time. And that's what this felt like to me, this game. It was a mix of organised religion can be bad once corruption seeps in. But also, living your truth, living emotionally, living as a human, living by your own creed. And that's why I really think that if you haven't played this game and you like JRPGs, give it a go. I mean, you can change the difficulties right down to the easiest mode. You can set everyone to fight automatically if you want. I did a lot of the time. I didn't fancy micromanaging every button mash. I was like, just let Velvet sort it out. And I enjoyed it. The cast of characters was great. There's people who've said, it's kind of like a bit teen angsty and a bit horny at times, but most JRPGs are if you look deep enough. So hopefully next time we'll be talking about another aspect of religion, unless I've done them out of order, because I do that sometimes. But until next time, whatever that may be, thank you very much for watching, and as always, take care.